Um, I have press record by the way, so free ball it.
Some B-roll.
Yeah. At the end of lockdown, see, I wrote these questions like a week ago and added to them over the progressive week, and I wanted to talk about that because
Yeah,
everyone was getting excited. So, um,
it'd be good. It'd be good to see like what the question started off as well, and what the question has changed to.
it was how you finding it lockdown, and then it was like it changed to, "Are you excited that lockdown potentially has ended?" And now it's, well, we're still here.
Yeah, still here. Carry on.
um, and then I don't know if you've ever watched it, but This Is England.
I watched it the first like iteration,
Yeah,
which was a film, I think, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, watched that. Watched that. Really enjoyed that. But are you on about This Is England '86?
No, I'm on about This Is England OO,
Uh
the new one that Shane Meadows wants to bring out, which is
right. Yeah,
um
20 years old already. Mad that.
I know, crazy. Um and the rest of it, mate, was just shit, so we
Good.
re-ball it.
Yeah, a load of shit. Got
You got to
That's what
love
I'm
some
into. I love a lot of shit.
got to love a bit of shit. Uh but anyway, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Late Room Cast. Self and my newly appointed my newly appointed co-host.
Which way am I? Am I this way? Am I that
Yeah,
way?
you're that way. It's
Okay.
it's weird. I think my cat. Wait, this is my right hand. I'm still confused. I don't understand cameras, to be honest. Yeah, I'd like to let the people know who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So James, Jammers, Hammers, Jam he is. Any combination of all of them. I've had them all. Yeah. Me and Paddy got introduced through my stepbrother. That's how we know each other. And that's pretty much it, really. Play games, and that's it. And the only thing you need to know about me really is that I don't stream, much to everyone's chagrin, I'm sure.
Hey, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. I was like, yes, I'm back. I've done 10 days straight. I don't think I've streamed in.
Yeah, and then just sleep.
Yeah, yeah. I've just noticed as well with your t-shirts, great beard.
And it says with great responsibility, but I'm not going to point that low because of my gut.
Yeah, but everyone's got the quarantine gut.
Quarantine gut, the lockdown gut,
Yeah, it's the best thing. It is the best thing.
a solitary spare tire.
At least your trim's looking better than mine. I tried to cut my own hair, and I was going for like the Tom Shelby, and I didn't realize you're supposed to come with a proper undercut.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
look at the state of that. It's gone
Yeah,
all.
it's a bit high up, that, isn't it?
So the hat's staying on.
I've left it. It used to be about here. It used to be this length ish.
Yeah.
And it's just kept going and going and going.
I generally hate it.
The beard's coming in nicely though. Do you know what? I might get rid soon.
Really?
Yeah, too scraggly.
Too scraggly, mate. At least you can get one. I can't.
You've got to. You know,
I've got the tuft and a little bit
tuft.
here.
The tuft and tash combo.
Yeah, it just never happens. So it's one of them. It is one of them.
Follically challenged in the facial.
I don't know why,
area.
because my brother, hairy as hell. Same as my younger brother, and it's just me. I'm dog one out. I just. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the Battle of the Beasts. Now, I'm guessing you generally don't know what.
I took a guess, didn't I? I took a guess
It is boxing.
because it is boxing.
But do you know who it is?
I don't know who it is. No, you're gonna lay it on me, and you can come at me as if I'm a complete novice.
It's Eddie Hall. You should know who Eddie Hall is.
Yes. Oh no, I did hear about
And
this.
Hathor
Yeah, Eddie
Bjornsson.
Hall and Bjornsson. Yeah, which is just
Battle
hilarious.
Of the Beasts, man. That's gonna be
Of
insane.
that. It's like it's gonna sound like earthquakes in that arena.
I would not want to be the referee.
Jesus Christ, can you imagine?
But I did get some stats, and I don't know how realistic this is. Stats currently, both quite similar age. Eddie Hall's 32, Thor's I mean, the weight is dramatically different. Thor
Yeah,
is 30.3 kilograms.
yeah.
It's heavy. And
Sorry, 30.3 kilograms.
yep, stone.
30 bags of sugar. Whoa, heavy boy.
And then Eddie's 25.8, but obviously he's been put in. And
Yeah, and
but then
he's shorter as well, isn't he, Eddie?
yeah, he's 4 foot. 4 foot.
I doubt it's 4 foot. It's probably 4 inches.
Yeah, 4 inches. What's wrong with me? It's just one
Oh.
of them. But yeah,
No, that's
do you think
what I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
do you think Eddie Hearn's gonna have his fingers? He set up the YouTuber fight. Now he's got world's strongest men.
I don't know. It's an interesting piece of pie to have your finger in, isn't it? Really. Just getting people who aren't trained martial artists, because it is a martial art, aren't trained martial artists to fight each other. But with I don't know, it's weird. It kind of this is what I don't like about boxing, is that it gives off this air of control, like it's better than UFC, like it's better than just scrapping.
Yeah.
But when you think about the whole pretense and what goes on, the UFC is just it's there's much more control because there's less rules. Now, that sounds weird, but here we are. In boxing, like you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, and if you do those things, it affects points.
Yeah.
Whereas in UFC, it's you can do anything.
Yeah. Just give him a quick headbutt and an elbow to the balls. I think that's illegal.
I think it's crotch is illegal, and like obviously carry on the fight after they've tapped out or after the ref says it's over. I think that's illegal as well. But that's pretty much it, and that stops all the meddling that the ref has to do. The ref just has to stop it when he feels he has to stop it, and it would kind of make more sense if you were going to take someone who's completely untrained in any martial art and make them do UFC, where it is more like a scrap and you can sort of rely on whatever fighting you've done in the past, than go boxing and have them trained.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Because I bet you Eddie Hall would be a better UFC fighter than he would be a better boxer.
Yeah, I think both of them should probably analyze it a little bit better. But this is why I think that Eddie Hearn's got his fingers in it. They've announced that they're going to have this fight, and no doubt he's there somewhere in the background and gone, boxing match straight away. I'd do it. Like it's a moneymaker. It's a no loss for him now. He's done the YouTuber. That was the biggest fucking, what's the word?
Pay-per-view? Was it the biggest pay-per-view thing?
Yeah, it was bigger than Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
That is insane as well. Yeah,
that is crazy. But yeah, no, I would, if just from a complete novice opinion, I'm not big in boxing. I'm not even big into UFC. But if you're going to take someone who's never done something, who's never done fighting, I would rather see them do it in an octagon than in the ring.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we switched over to UFC because did you see any highlights?
I didn't. No, didn't see anything.
It's surreal. I've only watched a couple. I've got the whole show, but I just keep meaning to watch it, and then other things come up. But it's weird. Like you can actually hear everything that's going on. And I said to my dad,
"Oh yeah, didn't this happen with wrestling as well?"
Wrestling. Don't talk to me about wrestling. I'm so disappointed.
okay.
I am so disappointed. I stayed up, watched the whole of Money in the Bank, and I really wish I didn't.
Now I've got a mate at work. I say at work. We have. Never mind. He's really into the whole storytelling side of the wrestling, and so he genuinely watches it for what happens with the characters and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he said character development wise, it was actually all right. No? Okay.
I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm an avid fan and I watch it weekly. I watch every now and then I'll watch like the main shows, but they got it so wrong. It was just, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it's just garbage. Like it's like a toddler fucking wrote the script.
Oh, so you're not even talking about like the lack of atmosphere or anything. You're genuinely talking about the fight.
Yeah, the run up to it was fine, but then it's like The rest of it is at the Performance Center, and then the main Money in the Bank part is at WWE Towers. And then they're going through the tower. They start from bottom floor and work their way up to the top, and that's where the belt is. Well, the briefcase and the ring. But what they did is they put the guys and the girls in the same place, so they've run into each other, and it was kind of just stupid.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with it.
Equal opportunity though, Pad.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all for it, but like it was just generally stupid. Like they had a food fight halfway through it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I got so bored, honestly, and I think I ended up watching a YouTube video while leaving that on in the background.
It became your background viewing.
Yeah, it was just it wasn't the best.
It does seem a strange choice. Like at a point where you really have to keep people interested, and you have to give people
something fresh and something new.
Yeah, then they choose food fights and
and random encounters with the McMahons in different rooms, and oh mate, I swear to God, I've seen some shit.
You know what it's got? It's got the stink of like a really bad Nintendo game, you know, where you have to move through the levels.
Yeah.
And like you have these boss fights, and then you like meet other people.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, if I could take back the 4 hours that I wasted watching that, I would, 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was it even 4 hours? It might have been longer, might have been less. It just felt like forever.
From what I know about WrestleManias, it's probably going to be more.
See, I quite like WrestleMania. I think
was it? Oh wait, was it not WrestleMania?
No, it was Money in the Bank. This one.
Oh, was it? Okay.
WrestleMania was a few months back.
Oh, okay.
That was good though. I like WrestleMania.
I have to keep track. I have to keep track of all these performances.
Yeah, every month they've got a pay per view. Of course, they've got a pay per view.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm very disappointed with the WWE. I kind of want to say they should have just took a break, but then obviously this is people's livelihood and stuff like that.
Yeah, jobs. Yeah, they got to earn money.
Yeah, but I don't know. It could have been so much better. I could have written better. It wouldn't have started with fucking. Oh, it's literally reminded me of Donkey Kong. You know, when you have to go through the levels and jump up at the end and then go. It's Donkey Kong. It's WW Donkey Kong.
WW Donkey Kong. WWDK.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. Oh, jeez. But while we're on this topic of sports, are you excited for the weekend?
I'm excited for every weekend now.
Yes, but so this weekend in particular.
Different house, different room. No, I am not excited for this weekend.
Why
Would
not?
you tell me why I should be?
Football is back.
Or so everyone says.
No, Bundesliga starts this weekend.
Oh, have they confirmed it?
Yep.
All right, I thought you were talking about this like Moldova or Estonia or someone.
No, I'm pretty sure it's still confirmed that it's still on.
All right.
But
what I was talking about was I heard a rumor, because it was just a rumor at the time, that some Eastern European league was back on, but actual Bundesliga,
actual football, top 5 league.
That's weird.
I'm excited. I've missed it. I'm not gonna lie. I've watched that many highlights that I don't know. I could probably win a pub quiz. Don't quiz me though.
Is it behind closed doors?
Yeah, there's no fans and nothing like that. But I think they're still. I want to say that they're going to put it on telly. I hope they put it on telly because I need to watch football.
Yeah, there's been rumours. Obviously, I don't really follow the Premier League much, being a Preston fan. But there's rumours in the Championship that they'll go the same way. They'll do all matches behind closed doors, and they'll broadcast them all for free.
Yeah, that's what the Premier League's supposed to be doing as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen the rules?
I think if they do them, if they do them outside of regular season dates, they're not tied by broadcasting laws.
Yeah.
Is it something like that? Anyway, sorry, what'd you say?
There's a strict schedule. That's why they'll be able to do it for free. But have you seen the rules that was announced for the Premier League team? So I think, if I'm not wrong, I might be wrong. 75 minutes. Of training, and then 2 tests a week for the virus. Then there's sterilization of the pitch and everything around it, and you can't be in groups of 5. And the biggest one of them all, no tackling.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird one. I think that'll get scrapped. If that stays in place, that'll get scrapped after the first game.
Yeah, it's got to.
It'll be really weird.
How can you prepare for a match and have no tackling?
Yeah, and also why bother saying no tackling if you're testing people?
Yeah, exactly.
if you're testing people, you know they don't have it. Obviously,
Exactly.
you test like what's the turnaround? A couple of days for the test, so you just test a couple of days before the game.
I think it's the day before a game, or it might be 2 days before, but I'm pretty sure
so
it said.
you get the results back. If anyone has it on that team, then you delay the match by 2 weeks.
Yeah, 100%.
There you go.
I've got the best way, mate, to finish the season.
Oh, big shout!
Liverpool's definitely won it. Let's be honest, but let's have a five-a-side.
Oh, that'd be wicked. That'd be wicked. You could have teams have like put up multiple teams.
Yeah.
So you can have like Tottenham A and Tottenham B and United A, United B.
And
That'd be well.
It would spin. It'd fast forward the games. Everything would be done in 2 weeks.
20 minutes, half an hour, or whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But I do think United have got a good shot of climbing up the table, though. I mean, De Gea in net, big Harry Maguire at the back, Bruno and Pogba, and then Rashford up top. Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
That's a five-a-side team, that is.
But then I also think about Cities, and you've got Edison, and then I don't know who you'd put in defence. Maybe Fernandinho? I'd put Fernandinho.
Actually, no, for City, I wouldn't put any defenders in. I'd just put their midfield in.
Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva.
That's it, yeah.
Bruno Fernandes. Jesus.
Bruno Fernandes.
Can't get him out of my mind.
Is what's happening with loans? Because did Inihacho move to Leicester, or is he on loan?
I don't know what's actually going on with loans. No, nothing's been said really about loans.
Yeah,
I know that United are going to lose Igalo, though. I know that much because we've tried to get it extended, and Shanghai Shenhua have come back and said no. So it's now: do we buy him, or do we just let him go? I personally want him to stay. I think he's done enough to
get a 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, to get his dream move, as he calls it, because obviously he's a United fan. So
I like him. I like him as a player.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is with the loans thing is I was going to say I would have Iniacho in my City five-a-side squad instead of Aguero, but I like I said, I forget if he actually moved permanently or if
I think he has moved permanently. Yeah, I think he has to Leicester. Yeah.
I just can't remember if it was a loan or a permanent.
I think it was a loan to move permanent, and I think he got the permanent move. I want to say he has.
That sounds right.
I don't follow Leicester this shit. I mean,
Jamie Vardy would be great at five-a-side, wouldn't he? Just fucking punching people.
Oh my god! Imagine if Leicester still had the team that won them the league. Vardy up front, Kante in the middle, Maguire and Schmeichel.
Yeah. I mean, Schmeichel in a five-a-side team,
and then Mahrez there as well. That'd be a pretty decent team.
That would be crazy.
But I don't know. That'd probably be the best bet. I think five-a-side.
I would love to see that. Five-a-side, or even like actually no, seven-a-side's a weird format, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, yeah, five-a-side's the way to go. Or actually no, futsal is five-a-side, isn't it?
I think it is. Or is it four?
It's a smaller ball.
I don't know. I don't know. Isn't that what Ronaldinho plays?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, or he did before he got sent to prison.
Yeah.
Have you seen the stuff he said about where is he? Is he Portugal? Is he in prison?
No, he's in Paraguay.
Paraguay, that's it. He's there saying, "Oh, how could your country do this to me?" and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, don't fake your passport. He's got the most recognisable smile in the world. Everybody should know that smile. And then he's just lied and said that he's got a Paraguayan passport. I don't know. He's just weird.
Paraguayan. Yeah.
Paraguayan. I like that word.
It's a great word. Love it. I'm sure the Paraguayans wouldn't like it, but...
But what do you reckon if football doesn't continue in England and they just hand Liverpool the title? Do you think that's fair? They did have two games to win.
I think it's fair, asterisk. So there's a couple of things. So it's basically two schools of thought, really, isn't it? It's like...
Sorry, I'm just too excited because I said the same thing. Like, give them the title, they deserve it. But mark it with an asterisk.
Yeah, you have to give it an asterisk. I didn't mean that, but
I do.
that is the point because it's what you do. It's what you do with football games anyway. Like if you win a game on penalties, it's technically a draw, and then you win on penalties, so you get a little asterisk which says 4-3 on penalties or whatever. So they would have to have that, and you would have to do you would have to do everything else the same. So you would have to have all the Champions League spots decided.
Yep.
You'd have to have the Europa League spot decided, and you would have to do relegation. It's so two-faced saying, yeah, you can have the title, but you're not getting relegated.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair, and I'm not a big fan of quitting off any of the leagues.
The other school of thought is, of course, what I believe the Women's League has done, and they've just voided everything. They've
forgot the season.
Yeah, forgot the season, completely just got rid, and they're just going to start again when they can.
They've done that in the lower levels of football as well, haven't they?
They have, yeah. Which is why being in the Championship is such a weird place to be, because we're high enough that we have to seriously consider it because it's worth a lot of money, but we're not the Premier League, so there is every chance that it could just get scrapped and get chucked out, and Preston are in 6th.
Oh, isn't that playoff? Or just that playoff? Oof.
No, that's the playoffs. Yeah, playoffs is 3 to 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Wow.
So, and another, so like I said, yeah, two schools of thoughts. You give people the things that they have earned so far. So whether it's their position in the league or whether it's points per game is another thing I've heard.
Yeah.
But you do that all the way down the league. Like, I've heard really ridiculous things like the Premier League isn't going to have any relegations, but Leeds and West Brom are going to get promoted from the Championship.
How's that going to work? Because then
exactly, yeah.
To
make a 22 team Premier League.
No.
And then a 24 teams with the Championship. 24. No, it's 26.
24, 26? I don't know, mate. I don't follow.
Yeah, there's 26. No, there's 26 because there's 38 games.
This should be your area of expertise.
Should, and it is. So yeah, so there's 26 teams, so we'll go on to a 24,
right?
24 team Championship, and it doesn't make any sense. But like I say, you either give everyone what they've earned,
or
asterisk, or you scrap it and start again.
See, I'm in the unfortunate position of being just outside the Champions League spot, so I don't want them to do it. I think the best bet for football is scrap it. If there's no, if we can't play on, scrap it completely. Yeah. Forget the season. And if Liverpool are this great team that all the fans seem to think they are, sorry, Liverpool fans, I know you hate me already, but it is what it is. Then they'll do it again next season.
Yeah.
And that's what great teams can do. They can do it season after season. I mean,
and
United did it long enough.
The good thing about the sort of the whole contract issue that people are obviously going to bring up is that if they want to leave, then obviously you can say everything that's gone on. Can you sign an extension? Will you stay on?
Yeah.
If they say no, then they're a dick anyway.
Yeah, because isn't there a lot of big players? I'm pretty sure there's some massive players that's coming out of contract this summer. Like, is it Vertonghen or Alderweireld from Spurs?
It's probably both.
I know it's one of them, but I don't understand.
It's the same every season. But if they refuse to sign a contract, and say for example you play for Liverpool, and you refuse to sign a contract because you want to go and play for someone else.
Yeah.
If you're not in the first team, then obviously that makes
you want to go and get game football.
A bit of sense. But why leave?
Yeah, if you believe in the project, you should stick with it and see it to the end.
Exactly, sign that extension and play again a year, or you could if you're the Premier League executives, because they're nuts, they probably will.
Yeah.
They'll probably put some sort of extension thing in where any club can extend any contract by 1 year.
Oh yeah, that actually help. Yeah, that would probably help massively, I think.
But then obviously, if you're a player and you want to leave and the club extends your contract, you've
got no choice. You're stuck.
Yeah. But if you evaluate on a case by case basis, it's not hard. There's a couple of hundred players in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Half of them are going to be happy to stay where they are. The other half might have some thoughts.
Like Pogba.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though he's not going. I'm still saying that till the day he leaves.
Till the cows come home.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I like the thought of football being back. I do want it to be safe, and I don't want it to be shit. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's not gonna have trained. Everybody's gonna be in the same boat. But then there's gonna be them sneaky teams. Like, I don't know. I wanted to throw Liverpool under the bus and say they've been training together all quarantine. But I also like the other idea. I don't know if you heard it, where all the teams get together, like every player from the team, like the main 23-man squads, they all get together in one like massive area, like they do for the World Cup, how they stay in certain areas and
Oh
train
yeah,
in
like a camp.
areas.
Yeah.
I do like the thought of doing that, because then even if they do maybe contract, that it's dangerous again. Lot if one of them contracts it and then the rest of the teams are fucked.
True, but if you're going to put yourself into a medical emergency,
Yeah.
and you're that rich, I think you're not going to feel it the same way others would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that idea. I do like that idea.
It'd be quite
And
exciting.
you could even do like a tournament, like a knockout tournament.
Yeah, five-a-side.
Yeah.
It goes back to the five-a-side idea every time. I just want the five-a-side, all right? I was going to say EA, but FA, give it me. Give me the five-a-side. That'd be pretty sick, though.
Give me my Prem five-a-side.
Mate, I'd love it. Oh, you could even switch it up and get a past and present going.
Yeah, let's bring old footballers into risk of getting the virus.
You just see bloody Eric Cantona running down, bolting down with. Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Trotting down.
That would be good. It would be good.
Scalzi and Giggs coughing up a storm.
Beckham sorting his hair out.
Oh, yeah, of course. Which one, Victoria?
Wow.
No, it's a weird one, and we could be here for the next 5 hours talking about the potential things that they're going to do, what they can't do, what they can't do, what they should do, all that kind of stuff. But it's just the thing that they need to. Oh shit! Ignore that. What they need to do is just like pick a school of thought, pick a vibe, and do it for all members of the league. Don't just.
See, I've not been following along on Boris's speech as well. It's something that I don't understand, and apparently it's good because I don't do politics. I generally don't understand half of the shit that people say. So I do stick my 2 pence in every now and then, thinking obviously everybody's a politician at heart. Let's be honest. If you go on my Facebook right now, you can see that every Tom, Dick, and Harry's bloody the next Barack Obama. But I don't understand what went wrong with the last speech.
Too vague. That's what went wrong.
I see. Because I saw a lot of people complaining about it on Twitter and Facebook, and I was just like, what? I don't get it.
You know, they've changed the slogan, what to do. So it was stay home, protect the NHS, save lives.
Yeah.
It's now stay alert, do something, save lives. So they're not telling people to stay home and don't go out anymore.
Yeah, you can go. You can. So if you do exercise, you can drive to different places now to do it somewhere else. You can see people,
and there's no time limit on it now, so you can be out for. So if you want to go for like a long walk, you're allowed to now.
So the thing that like really confused me was the whole police thingy system, where they're going to fine people. Now it's double. I think it was 50 quid, but now it's going to be 100. And if they see you, it doubles again and again and again. But yeah. How can they determine that I'm? Do you know what I mean? Like it's very difficult. I don't fully know the.
Do we like determine like who you are and if you've done it before?
Yeah, obviously you'll be on record, but I mean, like, how do they determine that? If I say I'm having a walk, and it's an actual walk, how do they then determine? Oh no, we're going to fine you.
I guess it's all down to the copper's discretion, isn't it? Which is hilarious as it sounds.
I'm fucked.
Yeah, it's just another reason to keep your head down, I guess. Which you shouldn't have to. You know, you shouldn't have to in a civilized society. You shouldn't be afraid of policemen fining you. Yeah. But it's the same with any fine. If you do get fined for doing something you think you should be doing, you can always contest it and say, "No, look, I was going for a walk. Leave me alone."
But then, how can you prove that you were just going for a walk?
Well, you could try and argue. How can they prove to you that you weren't?
Oh, there you go. There you go. If this happens to me, I'm getting you as my lawyer. Have you had any fast food restaurants, like the big chains, open near you?
Domino's has been open pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, same. But I mean, like certain M.
No,
I miss it so much.
No,
I'm so emotional about it.
No M's, no K's. I think S's are coming soon.
Subway.
Yeah,
I'm coming up. I'm coming all the way for a Subway, mate. I miss it so much.
Really, I've been fine without it.
It was like I love going for breakfast. So McDonald's breakfast for me is iconic. Top 10.
I have missed the breakfasts. Used to love a good breakfast, but I only really got breakfast when we were in the office and we were getting like someone was going out to get a breakfast run. But not doing that, are we?
I mean, you're in the office now.
True. Yeah. With my peacock feather and my guitars.
I mean, it could be worse, mate. You could just have a pile of shit.
True, I could do.
I should probably clean. So I organised it. That is very organised for me. There's cables everywhere because
that's your organisation. Yeah.
I know where they are if they're like that. To be fair, no. I think what I did for the cables, like for them to be like that, is I got my controller out and I played PES the other night for the first time in like 2 weeks. So I do apologise as well. My cat's playing with a ball.
She's going mad.
She always does it. Every time I'm getting down to do something serious, I tried to record a video. And that's just... I'm not even going to lie. She's just flipped it into her water bowl.
Nice. Gotta stay hydrated. It's getting warm.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to do that with all my toys.
What, just put them in the water?
Put them in the water. Cool them down.
I did see a video of a guy. He put a jacuzzi in his living room. No, a swimming pool. The other one's... He took the main telly out and outside into the jacuzzi area that he's got and started playing FIFA. And I was like, if only.
FIFA in the jacuzzi.
If only.
That is tight.
Well, to be fair, it'd be Fallout for me. I'm quite addicted to that game at the minute.
Yeah. Although mouse and keyboard in a jacuzzi would be a bit hard. Floating mouse mats. Oh, we're going to be rich.
Yes, we're going to be rich. That would be actually. Oh, I'm actually thinking about how could you do it.
Well, you just have like those pool noodles, those foam pool noodles.
Oh yeah.
To have loads of them underneath it, plank of wood on top.
That's
there
it.
You go.
A little cup holder as well.
Yeah, a little cup holder, and you could have just the mouse version, or you could have like a really long one, like almost the size of a desk, and have your keyboard and your mouse on there. There you go. Bish bash bosh.
That's it.
Fully waterproofed, of course. And then what you do is you have if it's fully waterproofed, you can have a wired version, and then you get a USB hub in the middle.
Oh, mate, onto a banger there. But although the USB hub has got to be Bluetooth because then no wires are dripping out, so you could just plug it into that, and then that's it. You're away. You can pick that up and go. LAN party? No.
Swimming pool party.
That's the new definition of pool party.
Oh yeah, pool LAN.
Pool LAN. Wait,
maybe not.
that kind of sounds like the place where this whole thing came from.
It does.
Unbelievable.
Right, get that patented quick. Where's the pen?
I've already got it down.
Good.
Got it.
Take that to the patent office.
Honestly, mate, the amount of shit that I write on this, right? So this is, I like to have a piece of paper around, and if I like think of any questions or anything, like any ideas, I jot them down. This has just turned out to be a Fallout thing. Literally, it's like special, all the special, because obviously that's your perks. It's like every perk I need. It's got a random lightning bolt. I tried to draw a star, and it's just impossible. I literally wrote, stars are impossible.
Stars are impossible.
Yep. You won't believe I used to be a tattoo artist. Not after them drawings, anyway. Quite terrible. Oh, dear. Lord have mercy. I also found a new show. I don't know if you've heard about it. I do have to have a look what it's called because I forget. Take Us Home, Leeds United. It's on Amazon Prime.
Take Us Home. Nope. Is it basically the same as Sunderland?
I don't know. I've not watched Sunderland until I die.
All right.
I watched maybe like 10 minutes, but it's like Man City's one.
So it's a documentary following the club.
But I watched a couple of clips of it. Did you know they were supposed to sign Dan James?
City?
No, Leeds.
Leeds?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been from Swansea?
Yeah.
Oh, right, no.
So it was on deadline day. I watched a 10-minute clip last night of it. And deadline day, he's there. He's signed majority of the contracts. I think he's got the main one, where he says, I've signed.
Yeah.
he's done all the pictures with the shirt, holding it up. He's number 21. Like I can see the picture there, and yeah, in the last, I think it's 2 minutes,
He gets a goal.
Swansea said no.
Yeah.
Because of something to do with Swansea's owners. I don't know. It's just mad. But I was quite shocked. I was like, shit, imagine.
Yeah, that's football.
Probably where it belongs.
Isn't it?
I shouldn't say that. He's a United player.
And he's all right. He's not terrible.
I mean, he's a championship winger. He's not at the Premier League level yet.
Wait, he's only like, what, 19?
Yeah. But
Sure.
Jude Bellingham is better.
He's not.
He is.
Everyone thinks he's, but I've seen him play.
Jude Bellingham is better. United are signing him, 30 million. Yeah.
I watched Damari Gray play as well. Again for Birmingham against Preston. He wasn't anything
I don't
crazy.
like Damari Gray.
It's just fast.
Yeah.
I suppose he works well with Vardy, who we've already mentioned.
Yeah. That's what Dan James has got. Speed. He can't take on a player. He doesn't know how to pass. I'm getting very critical here.
Hey, if he sticks, I've got the hammer again. Put that down. If he keeps his speed and he learns how to defend, then he can be a very good wing back.
Well, I mean, we've got Wan-Bissaka, best right back in the Premier League.
Yeah, James is a left back, isn't he?
No, he's a right winger.
Oh, is he? Oh, there was left winger.
No, well, I think he could play either side, but he's been playing for right wing. And I was, who was I talking to about it? I think it might have been my dad. United are massively linked with Sancho. So where does Dan James play in all of this?
Yeah, no, he doesn't really
loan him out.
Yeah. To Leeds.
Do you want to take him to Preston? We'll never loan him to Leeds. Leeds are United's rivalry. No, just never. No.
No, to be honest, it's a good shout because any Man United youngster that goes out on loan is always linked with Preston.
Yeah, I know. You took one of my favourite players.
Yep, we take all of the good ones.
Yeah, I mean,
and then we sack Ferguson's son, and Fergie gets annoyed and pulls his players back.
Yeah, I actually remember that. It was brilliant. What are you doing? My cat's just.
Wow.
My cat is.
Stop.
Did you see?
Yeah. Get up there.
Okay, so for the people that's listening on Spotify and everything else, because yes, I did it. We did it. Spotify, Apple, and Google. Thank you. I'm taking that. It took me 2 weeks to figure out how to do it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very tricky process, but it's done now. And yeah, but if you are listening, my cat has just jumped from her toy, which is next to my desk, all the way up to the top of the door, and now she's playing with sellotape that I left up there because I used to have LEDs at the top of it, and I took them down. But
I think she actually jumped onto like the courts first, and then
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man up there.
God damn it, stupid.
Or Catwoman up there, I guess.
Catwoman. She's just looking at me. I hate it when she does that. I feel like she's trying to dominate me.
But she's higher than you, remember?
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it could have been worse, mate. It could have been a couple of days ago. So I've been putting this off for a couple of days because my cat's been on season, and yeah, mate. Okay. And yeah, honestly, I had to have tablets, mate, just to get rid of my headache because she would not stop.
Yeah.
It's very annoying, but I'm going to as soon as everything's back to normal, I'm taking her to the vets and
get her fixed.
Yeah.
I think I was. Oh, actually, our cat. Bit of background for everyone who doesn't know is we got the cat from one of Joe's bosses, and she works on a wildlife trust reservation, and the cat used to live feral on that reservation for about 2 months, so for a long time. Feral, no owner, no nothing, looking after herself. I think she got fed every now and again. And they caught her, like I say, after 2 months. She went to the boss's house. The boss already had a couple of cats, and this cat, we call her Fern, apparently was just bullying the shit out of these other cats, going for them all the time, stealing their food, all sorts of stuff. So in the end, Joe's boss said, "Look, we can't take her. She's an absolute menace. She's terrorizing all the other cats. Do you want to have her?" So we ended up taking her on, and we've been looking after her ever since. So background finished. Story time. So when we first got her, we did all the usual stuff you do when you first get a cat: get her checked for chipped,
Yep.
get her done for fleas, get her done for worms, all that kind of stuff. We signed her into the vets to get spayed, and they took her in, shaved her belly, obviously, to look for a scar.
Yeah.
Couldn't find a scar, so they cut her open, and they couldn't find a womb or anything. So she'd already been done, but no scar or anything. Or that they found, of course. Could have just been somewhere else. So stitched her back up, and she had massive surgery for no reason.
Wow. Damn.
Imagine being a vet, opening up an animal and going, "Oh, they don't have what I'm looking for."
What
Oh well.
the hell?
Yeah. So she was a little bit moody, as you can imagine.
I can imagine. Yeah. That's my problem with Teeny at the minute. Like I'm a big softie. I find I think I've spoke about it before. If people don't know, I found my cat on my back garden, which is weird. Again, feral. I did have two, and unfortunately one passed away. Health complications and stuff. But yeah, like I'm a big softie when it comes to her now because of all of that, and then obviously I've had her for I want to say 2 years, maybe
It's been
3.
a while, yeah.
And I can't bring myself to take her myself, so I've got to get somebody to take her for me because I just can't. Cause I'm like the overprotective dad. If someone hurts my baby, I'm gonna hurt you. So I need to sort it, but I can't do it myself.
She was similar when we took her to the vets because she was just a bit groggy for a couple of days. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, checking to see if she's checked out. It turns out it was nothing. She was just a bit moody from change of scenery and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But we got into the vets and she basically just like played dead. Didn't move at all. Just sort of hunkered down. Didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Dead lethargic. We're like, what the fuck is going on? A few tests, a few like checks on her. Like, yeah, she's fine. She's just in a mood.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, then we'll take her up. Try and cheer her up.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Bloody cats.
Yeah.
Animals, man.
Funny creatures.
They are. Right. I do have some questions. I do. Promise. Okay. So,
moving swiftly onwards.
Yes. What is your plans after the lockdown is lifted? Any holidays planned?
Well, there's always holidays planned. Whether or not we actually do them is a completely different thing.
I think just going outside is going to be a holiday.
Yeah, that'll be the vacation. Yeah, absolutely. Specifically on holidays, I really want to take my girlfriend to the Shetland Islands. You know, up in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay.
No.
they're like. So it's like northeast Scotland. It's off the mainland. You have to get like a ferry there, or you can fly there. It's really cool, but it's just dead remote. You know, there's no internet, there's no nothing, no people, no cities, that kind of stuff. That'd be
completely
cool.
off the grid.
Yeah, that kind of
nice.
stuff.
Yeah,
and she's big into bird watching as well, and there's good bird watching stuff around there. But other than that, no, not really. I'm not going back to the office because my work has closed my office.
Oh damn!
So we're now all permanent home workers.
I could see the perks.
There are some perks. One of them was I got to move into the conservatory, so that's why I'm lit so spectacularly right now.
And I'm dark,
as opposed to you.
Yep.
Yeah, I moved down to the conservatory. Got all my tools and stuff down here, so that's one perk. I'm gonna try and get a new chair and a new desk out of them.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play.
Yeah. And apparently, permanent home workers. I need to check up on this. Apparently, if permanent home workers can get like money off their like utilities and stuff, so any tax you pay on gas and electric and that kind of stuff, you can have reduced, or you can claim it back or something. I need to look into it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because I'm not technically now I'm a voluntary home worker, but when they close the office, I'll become a compulsory home worker.
Yeah.
It's how they classify it.
It's very weird. Yeah, it
is super weird because the way that they justify it is, well, if you don't want to work at home, just quit. That's voluntary. That's not what voluntary is.
I mean, my dream job would be to just work at home.
But
personally,
I'm a social creature. I like going into the office. I like chatting to people, and the type of work that I do, because I work in software support.
Yeah.
If you don't know a thing, and you can just reach over a desk and say, "Do you know about this thing?" And they
Yeah.
say yes. It's so much easier. Whereas now I have to message them on Teams or something and say, "Do you know about this thing?"
Yeah.
And they go yes, and then you go, right, okay, well, can you stop what you're doing and just type to me, please?
Yeah, just help me.
Yeah, the sharing of knowledge is a lot more difficult because
Yeah.
you can't just point at their screen and go, "That's the thing." That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah. No, I completely get that.
But yeah, obviously working at home, saving a ton of money.
Yeah.
Seriously, like hundreds of pounds a month just saved, not spending on lunches, not like buying food, all that kind of stuff, dumb shit.
Yeah.
Obviously not going out for me, it's not going out to see friends, just saving loads of money. So payday tomorrow, I'm probably going to buy a new PC.
Didn't you say that last week?
I said that last week. I said that last month. I said it the month before that.
Are you actually going to do it this time?
Probably, yeah, because I'm working from home now, aren't I? So I need something better. Need something better, or I need two.
Yeah, yeah. Because at least then you can separate. Do you know what I mean? Work and play.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be my worst thing. Like having one computer to run everything. Because I'd feel like after finishing work, I wouldn't want to go and sit back and play games there.
Well, you're not moving anywhere, are you?
You're
just changing what you do. Yeah.
Yeah. So where like I'd have a computer there or something. Ideally, this is where I want my setup to go. But I've got my second monitor bracketed to the wall, so I have to unbracket it and then put it over there. I would love to have that little spot, but then again, the door's there, so
door's there.
It's very difficult. The room shape is just ridiculous. But if I had it there, I wouldn't get the light at the back, so I wouldn't be so dark, and I could have like proper lights. It's a work in progress.
Everything's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there is perks, there's drawbacks, there's all kinds of stuff. I'm hoping that by, if I stay at work, lockdown's over, I'm going to be working from home, and then all the social shit that I miss out on in the office, I can then go and do, outside.
Yeah, yeah.
At the pub.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can get my social fill, my social quota in other ways. And there's always, well, I say there's always other jobs out there, but I've heard stories of people looking for jobs. There's lots of jobs out there, but there's so much competition, so they're not getting it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like a lot of places are hiring around me, like supermarkets, and it's like, well, yeah, it's all right getting this job now, but are you going to be able to let me still work after everything's over?
Yeah, exactly. You just got to can everyone.
Yeah,
yeah. And the other side of it is I've got like nearly 2 years in IT and software, and I go and stack shelves. Like, obviously, if I need the money, I'm gonna do it. But are they going to think that I'm overqualified and
not hire you
and not hire me because I'm going to want more money than they are willing to offer? Because I have heard that happen before as well. People with degrees and master's degrees going to work at supermarkets because they're just bored and they want to do something else for a bit, and they get turned down.
Yeah, because they'd rather take the no offense to anybody by this, they'd rather take the 16-year-old that can take less wages than you can.
Exactly, and the 16-year-old that they can get rid of at the drop of a hat.
Exactly, and that won't fight anything because they don't really know anything, and it's a shit world that we live in. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but I doubt it's going to come to that. I'm still employed. I'm still making money.
Yeah, exactly. So
just stick with it, unless I find my mental state really deteriorates.
Yeah.
I mean, did I send you a picture? I grabbed my 2 monitors from the office.
No, yeah, you did. Wait, I think you did. Let me just double check. I'm sure you did.
Because I've now got my ultra wide in the middle, and then I've got 2 of my work 24-inch monitors either side. So I've got sexy.
You didn't. No.
Triple monitor setup.
You didn't send it me now.
I'll tell you what. Get ready for a view.
Let's have a look.
Look at that.
Oh Lord.
Oh, there he is.
That is actually really nice. I like how you've got it up on a stand as well.
Yeah, I've got it up on a riser, and I've got this lovely Fallout ultra wide background.
Shame you don't play it. You should come play it. Your desktop would drive me mad. That is very messy.
Yeah, do you know what? Everyone says this. Everyone hasn't got me, but I have logic. There's a reason I have it like that. I keep all of my game shortcuts so that I remember what games I've bought and I play them.
Wow. Your camera's also gone slightly out of sync. Wait, I think it's all right.
Are we back? Are we back?
It went slightly out of sync a little bit.
Sweet, because I've got it on this like gooseneck arm.
I've shown you what my little self looks like, so I'm not moving the camera.
You're not touching it. Oh, look, I'm a cookie tin. Look at that. Ooh.
Wow.
No, don't look. Don't look at me.
What's his name? Cookie Monster?
The Cookie Monster, what's his name? What's the...
I've just literally made myself look like a fool here. What's that you're drinking?
Yeah. Just juice. Oh, actually, can you see it? You can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can. What's that? Right
Is that the keg that you...
That's the keg. Got that in my office, of course.
Of course.
First thing, get that in.
I actually really want to start making my own beer.
It wasn't... Right. It was easy, but it's a lot of time. You don't have to do a lot of thinking. All you do is basically you heat up some stuff, you mix it with some water and some sugar, and you chuck it in a thing. But there's a lot of like prep, so you have to sanitize a lot of stuff because, and I think I've never done it, but my dad told me he did it. When you put it all in the bucket, because you just put it in a bucket to ferment. If anything that isn't beer in there gets in there, it just goes moldy. And like he said he had a batch that he didn't clean properly. And he didn't check up on it through the month, so you usually leave it about a month. And he opened it up. He opened it up, and because of all the extra gases, it basically exploded. Dust and mold and grime and all sorts just flew up into his face.
Shit.
So I've learned from his mistake, and I've cleaned everything thoroughly. This is a weird batch because it's not supposed to be fizzy, but it comes with. I'll show you. It comes with like these. CO2 capsules.
Okay.
And what you do is you put that into the top of the keg. And these aren't for doing drugs, kids. See what I mean? So little CO2 capsules.
Okay, yeah.
And you put them into the top, and that apparently helps. It helps the beer like come out of the keg.
Okay.
And in the instructions, it basically says just use one, and then when it starts to like not come out as quick, put another just push another one in, all that kind of stuff. But when I do it, when I actually pull the beer out without actually having one of them in, it just comes out as all head. It's really it sprays out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I don't know if it's meant to be fizzy. I don't know what I've done wrong. It tastes nice.
It tastes nice. Does it get you pissed? That's the most important thing.
Oh, fuck yeah. I can only have about 2.
I literally should have said, oh, you've got to drink for this podcast. Would have been done by now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm serious. I can only have about 2 and I have to stop. So...
No, I want the one... you can get them from Wilco's and you just put them over the door as long as it's in a dark place. Well, I've got the boiler in there, so I could just stick it over in there and just...
Yeah.
But...
It's like the one that I've got is 2-stage. So there's one ferment which is like quite a hot one. It has to be about 20-22 degrees, so quite warm for a drink.
Yeah.
And then a secondary one which is meant to be quite cool.
Okay.
So you can get different types. You can get like lagers, like actual fizzy lagers, which you're supposed to put in bottles because then the fizz comes from the sealed bottle.
Yeah.
And this one is an ale, which is why it's in a keg, because ale isn't really meant to be fizzy.
Yeah.
So you just chuck it in a keg, it doesn't get fizzy, and then you dispense it. Yeah, it's cool. Give it a go. I've had this for 2 years. And I've been deadly serious. My mum got it for me at Christmas 2018.
Wow. How many times have you made your own batch?
Twice now.
That's not bad.
The first time I did it, 3 times now actually. I did it once with my mates back in the northeast.
Yeah.
And then I did it once in my old house, and then once in this house.
How long does it take?
About 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 5 or 6, depending on the batch you've got. This was a 2-week brew, a 2-week ferment, and then another week's settle.
Okay.
because there's loads of sediment in it because it's an ale.
Yeah.
So you have to brew it to make it alcoholic, and then you have to let it all settle to the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you can drink it. Yeah, I've just spotted her as well.
Oh god, she just wants to be in the podcast. I think.
Yeah, just wants to be in there. There she is.
Peek around. Bloody cat.
Anyway, the first time I brewed beer was with two of my mates, Chris, who you've met, and Andrew, who I don't think you have met. Chris is Gandalf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not spoken to Gandalf in so long.
Yeah. He's been a bit of a weird one, really. We keep we're doing what you guys do, and we're just bouncing around all these different games. I'm not really settling on anything, not really getting into a groove.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we brewed it at his house. His dad used to brew cider or brew wine or something, so he had loads of old bottles.
Yeah.
So we cleaned all these bottles out. We put all the stuff in them, capped them all up, all that kind of stuff. Now the caps that we used weren't airtight.
Okay.
So none of the beer was fizzy. It was meant to be. It was lager. It wasn't ale. None of it was fizzy. So it all tasted horrible because it was all flat.
Lord.
You know how lager flat when it's not meant to be is just terrible.
Yeah. No.
So it was like that. Honestly, it was basically poison. It was that strong.
Oh.
I think I had 3. Yeah, I think I had 3, and I could barely walk. Chris's brother, who at the time was a big guy, had 1 and said he felt hungover the next day.
Wow.
Oh no, I had 4. I think I had 4, and Chris and Andrew had 5. Now it was Chris's house, so he was fine. He just stumbled to bed. It was fine. But Andrew, he lived 2 streets over. Now he'd already dropped his phone face down on the concrete and rubbed it in when he tried to pick it up.
Yeah.
And then when he tried to go home, he was so drunk that in the space of about 200 meters, he got the police called on him. Seriously, he was walking home with this beer was that deadly. He was walking home. He decided in his infinite fucking wisdom he was going to call his ex-girlfriend.
Oh no.
So he sat outside of his house.
I'm gonna have to get the cat down 1 second. Fuck's sake! Look at the state of that. That is ridiculous.
That's an accident waiting to happen. That is.
Come on. Get down before you hurt yourself, you little shit.
Nice view of the shorts as well.
I know, mate. Bit tight though. It's all this weight I'm putting on. I hate
not
it.
Tight enough. Not tight enough. So moral of the story is be careful with homebrew because it can be deadly stuff. Which is why I've only had 2 of these so far.
Yeah. I've had homemade wine once.
I'm guessing that's like the same story. It can be super.
I don't really remember, mate. To be honest.
It's a good sign.
So someone gave. I don't know how old I was. I think I want to say I was underage. I do want to say I was underage. But someone left it for my mum. My mum didn't like it, so she passed it on to somebody else. And we were at that somebody else's house, and one thing led to another, and no. I remember it. The first glass, I remember what it tastes like. It literally tastes like. I can't describe it like properly, but it was like the sourest lemon with a twist of
like straight alcohol, just pure.
Yeah. It was just grim as hell, and it was like the same color as blood and all sorts. I probably drank blood, to be honest.
It probably was. It sounds like you did just drink really citrusy blood.
Yeah, but I don't remember much of the night.
Yeah,
so
it's cheap.
It was free.
Yeah. I remember I went to a cider tasting festival in Preston, and I got a 14% cider, and 1 sip, and you do that face, don't you? You just go,
yep.
And it honestly, it tasted like white wine.
Wow.
It was that strong. It just tasted like wine. I mean, I finished the fucker, of course.
You've got to.
Yeah.
If you pay for it, you've got to finish it. If someone else pays for it, you go, nah, it's all right.
True. Yeah. It was like £2. Well, if someone else pays for it, you finish it as well, dickhead. Come on.
It depends. If I don't like it, I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, it's lovely. Give it to them.
Yeah.
Just they've got the nice pint and just switch it over.
do the bait and switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times, good stories.
Yeah.
I might push the ball. I might have 3 tonight.
Ooh.
You know, celebrate payday.
Yeah. Celebrate before you buy a computer, and then you wake up and go, No, I'm not
Why did
buying it.
No, wake up and go, why did I buy an i9 9900K?
Oh, have you got an idea on the computer you want?
Oh, loads of ideas, yeah. I'm probably going to go for something the same as what Tom's got. So, AMD,
Good.
Tomahawk motherboard.
Wait, AMD graphics card?
No, I've got. Well, I already have an AMD graphics card. I've already got a RX 580.
I don't know what that is. I use Nvidia, so
580 is. If people are going to shout at me, but if a 570 is like a 1050, then a 580 is a bit like a 1060.
So you've got the same graphics card as me, give or
Yeah,
take.
ish. Obviously, it's not as good. I don't think any of them are as good as the equivalent Intel offerings, but it was pretty cheap. It was like less than 200 quid at the time.
What about for CPU? What are you going for?
This I haven't decided on. There's been a lot of
Ryzen.
ups and downs. Yeah, it's going to be Ryzen.
It's got to be.
It has to be Ryzen.
Yeah, it's the best on the market you can get.
Absolutely, they've completely taken over the last two years.
Yeah,
Just
best bang
trashed.
for buck. See,
Yeah.
what I'd recommend if you're going, you're getting a pre-built. I'm guessing.
Ow! Fuck! No, I'm going to build it myself.
Are you building it yourself?
Yeah, sorry, it's banged my knee.
I was gonna say if you're getting a pre-built, get Get a 1660 as well. They're literally like 180 quid.
Oh yeah, they're really cheap. Yeah.
And
I might get one of them anyway.
Really fucking good.
Yeah, they're benchmarking really well. Seen a lot of good reviews of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, I'm building it myself.
Okay.
So I know what motherboard I'm going to get. RAM is cheap. It's like 70, 80 quid for 16 gigs. So just
Are you getting
get
Corsair?
a couple of gigs of that. Probably going to get Corsair Vengeance. Yeah, just like everyone else.
That's what I've got. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's got it. It's standard, really.
Yeah.
No need to push the ball out if you don't have to.
The biggest question though before RGB RAM.
Nope.
Thank God for that.
Don't
People
do it.
that do that honestly drive me wild. Why are you going to pay an extra £40 for some flashing lights?
Hey, honestly, check out the RGB Corsair Vengeance RAM. It's about £5 more expensive.
Oh, is it?
So if you're doing an RGB build, then yeah, spend the extra £5 or spend the extra £10 because obviously you can address it.
This is where everybody that's in the PC Master Race is going to hate me. But what are you, 12? Why do you need flashy lights on your fucking computer? I mean, I've got a red light, right? It's simply red. Like that is my whole color scheme. I've got black desk. My mouse is RGB. I hate it because I wish it was just one color. Like my keyboard's one color. It goes white, blue, and orange, and then no color. It annoys me that it's not red. But why do you need RGB? It's not a necessity.
Do you know what? For this, look at my fiery keyboard. Look, it's like flames. Ooh. And also, on some games, right? Get this. On some games,
you can program it. Yeah.
No. This keyboard detects what game you are playing, and it'll light up the keyboard in like specific ways.
What the hell?
Exactly. It's fucking cool. So this keyboard, when I'm playing Divinity Original Sin 2, it lights up the loading bar.
Yeah.
So when it's loading, it goes red from left to right.
That's
based
cool.
on how far the game's loaded.
See, like keyboard and mouse.
When I'm casting spells, it fucking lights up.
Keyboard and mouse, that's fine because you see it and you use it. But for a PC, like mine's on the floor. It's got things underneath it, so it's not getting too much dust, but it's on the floor. I don't want it on my desk. It takes too much bloody room, and I've already got too much shit on the desk as it is.
Strong opinions here.
I was one of the RGB fanboys. I'm not gonna lie. When I first started like getting into streaming and everything, I was like RGB this, RGB that. Now I just don't give a shit. If I want to see a flashy light, I look at my mix amp and it just lights up green whenever I talk. If I want to see a red light, I just look at my mixer.
There you go.
And I've got a cat above my head again.
Into that. She's trying to climb on the door.
She's trying to get in there.
Anyway,
if
you're doing a build, if you're doing like a build with a theme, then it makes sense. But other than that, no, I don't think there's any point unless you're doing like a full theme build.
I want to go black and white next, and I want to go black and white for
Stormtrooper.
Thank you. Yeah, I want a little bit like pop figure. You know the pop figures you can get. I want a Stormtrooper pop figure that's going to sit on my graphics card and shit like that. But that's when like I don't know. I'm going to have everything neat.
Finished. That's last. Is that last on the list?
Yeah, like that'll be a whole new build. I mean, saying that, like I got a pre-built when my computer crashed, and this computer's just lasted me ever since. I've upgraded the RAM. from 8 to 16, sold the 8. So kind of good. I didn't even buy the RAM either. Kirsty bought it me. But I think it was Christmas. I think she got it for Christmas. And I'm trying to wangle graphics card. But I mean, like, I can sell the 1060 I've got now. It's only 3 gig. That's why I want to upgrade to a 1660. Yeah. But I can sell that for like 110, 120, and then it's like 50 quid extra just for the 1660. So
16, yeah.
And it'd be better.
Well, obviously people are always buying, but with what's going on now, I'm guessing it's going to be hard to.
Oh no, people are still buying a lot of stuff. So Kirsty and her sister sell a lot of bits and bobs on the marketplace, and people are still buying it off there. Like she just sold loads of jigsaws and stuff.
Me and George just sold a set of shelves and a set of drawers. So yeah, people are still buying stuff.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the CPU.
Yes.
So the CPU, I'm probably gonna get a 3600 or a 2600.
2600X.
Yeah, I haven't really decided on that yet. I need to see what happens in the next couple of days in regards to the 4000 series. But I don't think that's going to be until another few months.
No, I think that'll be towards the end of the year when it's Christmas time, like every massive drop.
It's going to be It's going to be like Q3 or Q4, isn't it? So like,
yeah,
it's not going to be any earlier than August or whatever. So I might. There's no point me waiting until then. If I can get the parts, I'll just get them now. But yeah, see what the prices are on the day. So hopefully I can stretch to a 3600 at maybe. You should definitely. The way I see it is like you're investing in the future. If you buy the best that you can now, that's going to last you 2-3 years, and then before you have to upgrade. You future-proof yourself.
Yeah. Have you seen the new engine?
Oh, the not Unity. Is it Unity engine?
No, it's
Frostbite.
No, what's it called? Oh my god, Epic Games dropped it. Epic Games.
What's it called? Frostbite?
No, I can't remember what it's called. Why? I was literally looking at this yesterday.
Yeah, no, I did see it.
Unreal Engine 5.
Unreal, that's it. The Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Of course, Epic makes the Unreal Engine. Fuck.
I don't know why it took me so long. Why I couldn't think of that. Let me just do that.
Yeah, no, I've seen a couple of videos for it. I think personally, I'm going to hold all reservations because the video that I watched looked completely pre-rendered.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell. Like did you see the Microsoft one a couple of weeks ago?
The
gameplay trailer, which had no gameplay.
It's ridiculous.
So like I say, I'm going to hold all my reservations and all my excitement and all my judgments.
Yeah.
Until I see true gameplay.
Yeah, I kind of when I saw it, I was like, "Is this a movie? The fuck? Like, legit, is this a movie?" I'm gonna leave a white screen on instead of dark. I've got dark mode on Chrome, so that's why I'm dark. If I leave that on, it's fine.
Yeah, that's why. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Lovely.
Yeah. Better lighting.
Sun.
Yeah. Something I can't touch. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. I burn like really easily, so I'm always wearing a hoodie. I hate it. Plus, I'm overweight. I'm overweight.
They might burn off some calories.
Yeah, hopefully. Did you see? Did you play Tony Hawk's as a kid?
Oh yeah, loads.
Are you getting Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 remaster?
Absolutely. Yeah, if it comes out on PC, I'll probably get it. Yeah.
It is on PC, I believe.
Yeah. Definitely gonna get that. Are they just doing the original 1 and 2? They're not doing Thug or Thor or anything?
No, just 1 and 2.
Ah, bastard.
Well, I think it's just 1 and 2 to start with. But I mean, we've not had a decent skateboarding game in what 10, 15 years.
Well, the last truly great one was Underground 2. Really.
Skate 3. Skate 3 was insane.
Wasn't as good as Underground, though, was it?
I'm gonna end up falling out with you, mate. Skate 3 was the best. You get to create your own. Oh, it was sick. That face. Just
even American Wasteland was better than any skate game.
Just gonna.
Actually, I tell you what. If I remember correctly, I think American Wasteland was one of the first games to introduce no loading screens.
Yeah, it was.
Because they tricked everyone. Do you remember? You could, to get from one area to another, you would go through these like tunnels.
Yeah.
But they weren't tunnels; they were like shopping malls, or whatever. But that's what the loading screen was.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cheeky. But technically, no loading screens.
Yeah, and
I think they were one of the first to do that.
even some of the massive games have
Pioneers.
got bloody loading screens. Fallout's got a bloody loading screen. I wish it
Yeah.
didn't. But then again, I'm just lazy, so I fast travel everywhere.
Hence the loading screen.
Yeah, yeah. But, mate.
Tell you what, I'll buy Skate 3 and I'll see if it changes my mind.
It's good. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Skate 3 literally changed the game for me. I don't even know if you can buy it anymore. That's the sad thing. I don't even think it's on PC.
It's on Steam. No, it's not. It's not on
No,
Steam.
it's on Xbox One, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360.
Ugh.
It came out 10 years ago. Holy.
Did it really? Oh shit.
Yeah, so the gameplay is going to be absolutely tragic. But I don't know.
But yeah, I'm probably going to pick it up. I hope they don't go the way of a lot of big video developers, game developers, when they remaster games and they try and charge like 40, 50 quid for the same.
Yeah, I kind of want it. If they're going to do it, 20 quid. I'll pay 20 quid quite happily.
I'll pay 20 quid for both of them, of course.
Yeah.
I'm paying 20 quid each.
I'm just looking now at Skate 3. It's still selling for $16.99. See? That game. Yeah. It's class. It's just fantastic. That's why.
Clearly has a following.
It does, yeah.
Are still paying 15 quid for it.
Yeah, I'm not paying 15 quid for that. No. I think. Do you know what? She opened the cupboard.
Yeah, she's in. I missed that. I didn't see where that happened.
She's there. Hello, little cat. But yeah, no, I forgot what I was going to say.
Skate 3, paying for things.
Yeah, no, I think I've got it somewhere.
Right.
Somewhere, might do.
Put it on eBay, 15 quid.
This podcast has been taken over by the cat. Jesus.
The background shenanigans.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. People that listen, because we have actual listeners now. I love that. People are actually listening on Apple and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's weird that people just want to listen to me chat shit a little bit, but I'm gonna just open the door and let her go out and just lock the door.
Go terrorize someone else.
Yeah, I don't know what a problem is. Crazy little thing.
Mine hasn't bothered me at all. Upstairs asleep on the bed, probably.
I wish she'd do that. Look, she's going back up. I mean, you can't see it because my head's in the way, but look, she's back up again. This is like a daily occurrence. This is why I tend not to stream. That's the reason. Yeah,
because people hate seeing cats. Yeah, that's why you don't stream.
Yeah, not just because I can't be bothered. Did you watch Clone Wars by any chance?
The film or the season? The
animated series.
No, I've been meaning to get into it because I've got Disney Plus, so I will start watching it. I promise. I've heard very, very good things.
It's finished now, like done.
Oh, that's good. So I could just binge it.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about the last episode, and you've not watched it.
I want to get through Mandalorian as well.
Have you still not watched that?
I've watched the first 3 or 4.
What do you think to it so far?
Love it. It's
fantastic.
Yeah, I love how there's good CGI bits in it, and then there's clearly still like puppetry in it.
Yeah.
Like the bit, I think it's in the first episode where he goes to meet the old dude.
Yeah.
Try not to give too much away.
Yep.
The old dude.
Yeah.
And he puts up his little like scanner to the door.
Yeah.
And there's clearly just an eyeball on a stick gets pushed out. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
You could have CGI'd it. You could have. But they didn't. They got an eyeball on a stick and they shoved it through a hole.
She's actually up there now.
Yeah.
She's I'm gonna have to grab her. She's dangling. What are you doing? You've ruined my podcast, you little shit. Come on. Get on. Honestly. I can't get her off. You can't get up there. Tina, you're gonna hurt yourself, you plonker. Come here. Come here. Come here. I've got you. Come on then, let go. Good girl. Jesus.
Hey.
Let Leave it alone. She was trying to climb up the top of. Hat off. Bad trim. She was trying to climb up the top and sit on top of the thing, and she got like her arm stuck underneath her chin.
Bloody hell!
What a nightmare.
So brave rescuing cats.
I know. It's daily job. But yeah, have you seen any of the news about Mandalorian 2?
Oh, no, I heard it was announced. I haven't seen anything on it. No.
There's going to be Jango Fett, so
Ooh.
bringing back a cult classic.
Yeah, the old school.
Yeah,
he was the dad, wasn't he? Or was he the son?
Boba Fett, I think, is the dad. I think. Let me have a look.
There you go, dark again.
Yeah. No, Boba Fett was the son. So yeah, Jango.
Jango's the dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should probably know that, being a Star Wars fan, but I just don't really. I didn't really like Boba or Jango. I watched Star Wars for the lightsabers, not for the blasters.
And the cool ship. He had a cool ship that was like sideways, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
That was cool.
Yeah. But yeah, Jango Fett's going to be in it, which is going to be pretty sick. I think it's Jango.
Cool.
I'm going to have to Google it.
One of the other Mandalorians.
Yeah. But
it is weird though, because in the film he takes off his helmet, doesn't he? He takes off his helmet quite a lot.
Yeah. But I think that's because he's not a proper Mandalorian.
Oh, he's not. He doesn't follow the way.
Yeah. The way is fantastic.
This is the way.
I want a Baby Yoda figurine. I'm not even going to lie.
The child, as he's called.
Yeah.
Because they never confirm what it is, do they?
No, I hope they do in season 2. I hope they do take it a little bit further and, you know,
like into the lore of.
Yeah, I want to know what he is, because I want to know what Yoda is, and
yeah.
If you don't get down in a minute, I swear.
Take 3.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why she's being such a pain.
Get a stepladder, put her on top of the door, and say, "Right, there you go, you're up."
The thing is, like, it's I'd say it's like that big. Like, that doesn't look that big, but it's literally that much gap. So she could just probably get her head in before she's squished. Oh, she's an idiot. But yeah, Bo-Katan's in it as well. I don't know if you know who Bo-Katan is. That's
one of the Jedi, in it.
I don't know who Bo-Katan is.
I think it's one. Isn't it the Jedi with the blue?
Oh no, sorry, I do know who Bo-Katan is. No, it's not a Jedi. She's a Mandalorian.
Oh,
I believe. Yeah, she's a Mandalorian. She's from Clone Wars. So I've not watched a lot of the Clone Wars. I have, but like I've watched the earlier seasons and then I watched the final season. I've missed the bits in between. I'm a bad fan. I couldn't get a grasp of it, and I've never watched Rebels. Something that just really didn't interest me. But apparently as well, actually I'm not going to say that because it ruins Clone Wars for you, so I'm not going to say that. Have you seen the last Star Wars yet?
Yes, yeah, I watched it when it came out on Disney Plus.
What's your thoughts?
I think it's the ending that the current trilogy deserved. That's what I'll say. Whether or not it's the ending the entire saga deserves,
nope,
is a little bit different.
They should have brought Anakin back. Give him a cameo as a ghost. And let him talk to Rey.
Well, that would have made sense because every other fucker had a cameo as a ghost.
Yeah, well, I mean, he spoke at the end.
True. Yeah. But I didn't like how Palpatine came back into it to try.
It was very confusing the first time I watched it. I've seen it 3 or 4 times since, and the first time I watched it, I liked that he was back. I didn't like how powerful he was.
Yeah, it was like how many like animes do you watch? Like Dragon Ball Z and that kind of stuff. Have you heard of the problem with power creep?
No.
So basically, what happens is to keep shows interesting, the main character has to slowly get more and more powerful, right?
Okay, yeah.
They just have to get more and more powerful.
Like Goku all the way through Dragon Ball.
Exactly, or like Deku from My Hero Academia or anything. They have to get slowly more and more powerful.
Yeah.
But what that means is, to make it more interesting, you have to introduce bad guys that just get more and more powerful up to this ridiculous standard.
Right.
And I think that's what's happened here. So they've gone. Do you get see what I'm getting at? For whatever reason,
but
Palpatine's come back into it, and he's like this weirdly all powerful creature, and is somehow still alive and somehow survived, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't answer a lot of questions.
It doesn't. It leaves a whole lot of new questions.
Yeah, and it also kind of. Do you remember how in the first 6 films there was only ever 2 Sith?
Yeah, it's the rule of 2.
Yeah, well, technically there's been 6 this whole time.
Yeah.
Sorry, not 6, 3.
Yeah.
Because if he's been there the whole time, that means there's been him, Snoke, and.
But Snoke was a clone, wasn't he?
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Snoke was a clone that was controlled by Palpatine.
So he wasn't. So he didn't technically have his own.
Yeah, so there was no. So if anything, Mordos, which is Kylo Ren, was
Whingy bag fuckface.
Yeah, was the Emperor's apprentice.
Yeah, but in a roundabout kind of way.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because it's like a shadow. That's what he was using as Snoke. Because in the film, it goes past all the bacta tanks where Snoke's body is. It's slight. You'll miss it. It's very slightly.
I must have missed it. Okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah. So the rule of 2 would have been there, but then what I don't get is, I want to know about all of those little people in the stands, because it's like a stadium, isn't it, at the end?
Oh yeah. I think
they're supposed to be Sith remnants. So
yeah. Oh no, a Sith
ghosts.
Cultists.
Yeah. So who are they?
Yeah.
Give me some backlog.
Yeah, it's weird. Unless of course you just cheese it and say, "Oh, they're shadows made by Palpatine as well."
Yeah, no.
They're not real people. They're just like apparitions.
But I liked the film up until the ending.
I enjoyed all of it. I thought the people who died were right. I think the right people died. I think the right people survived. I liked the very, very end. Where she.
Nope. Don't like it. Don't like it. Who are you? What's your name? I'm Rey Skywalker. Fuck off! You're not. All right, mate. I swear to God, ruined the whole film. I was sat in the cinema. I was enjoying it. I thought, yes, she's finally gonna say it. She's gonna obviously Ben's just died and. She's there and she's going to own it. She's going to go, I'm Rey Palpatine. No, she goes, I'm Rey Skywalker. It's not the last of the Skywalkers then, is it, you fucking stupid idiot?
Well, the film is called The Rise of the Skywalker.
But it's supposed to be the story of the last Skywalker, which would have been Ben. And that's why it annoys me. That's why it literally irritates me, because now they can continue it on. So if she goes and gets married and has kids or whatever, that's going to be a Skywalker. It's not going to be a Palpatine. They could have changed the game and made the good guy, the bad guy, the good guy. Do you know what I mean?
They could have, but remember, Palpatine is a galaxy-wide scourge upon the land. If you call yourself a Palpatine, you're basically dead.
But for everything that she's done for the rebels and stuff, that should transpire regardless of her name. Do you know what I mean?
Or like they would put out a newsletter saying.
Yeah,
this person saved us.
Or just stay as Rey. Stay as Rey.
Just Rey.
Yeah,
I guess.
It fully irritated me. I was like, no, I didn't.
But then again, she was raised by Leia and Luke.
I don't give a shit. I'm fuming with it. I was literally fuming, and I've been fuming ever since. Like watching it again. I skipped that part.
That's why I like it, is because she was raised and like trained and basically Luke and Leia became her parental figures, didn't they?
Nope.
So put it this way, the way I like to think about it is if they were still alive, they wouldn't be bothered.
And at the final ending, when the ghosts come, I think it should have been everybody. Personally, obviously Luke and Leia in the middle, but I think Ben should have been there. I think Anakin should have been there. Every ghost that spoke to her should have been there. I think that would have
like
completed it full circle. Then
is it in the end of one of the other films that did that, where they're all having a party?
when Darth Vader dies,
Yeah, and he shows up as young.
Anakin, yeah.
Yeah, shows up as young
And
Anakin.
then you've got Obi-Wan and Yoda.
And Qui-Gon Jinn as well.
Yeah, that's what they should have done. They should have done it like that, I think, personally.
True, but I think in a lot of parts of the films they decided to change things.
Yeah.
Because do you remember after the second one or after the first one, I can't remember what, but they basically said that they were just copying the first films.
Yeah, so this film that came out, the Rise of Skywalker, should have been before the last one. They shouldn't have done all that fucking shit in the last one. The fight with Luke and where Luke died. No, don't fucking do that. No.
I thought, to be honest, the Luke fight was really cool. I don't fully understand why it happened. Like, I get that he wanted to sort of see his kid again. Not his kid, sorry. See his nephew. Yeah. He wanted to see him. He wanted to fight him. He wanted to sort of do that. But I don't understand the logistics behind it. Like, yeah, it's cool that he did it all through the Force. But if you're going to put that much effort into it and then die anyway, just go.
But these are sort of powers that we've not seen as well. Like, we've never seen this.
True.
And like the Force heal, we've never seen that.
The Force heal, which of course you get a clue of in Mandalorian.
Yeah. That's why I believe the Mandalorian, and I don't want to ruin it, but Ahsoka needs her own movie as well, because I once you get there in Clone Wars, you'll understand what I mean, and we'll probably have a different chat about it. But Ahsoka needs her own movie, and she needs to meet Rey.
Right.
And because then, for me personally, I feel like it puts a lot of her power into perspective a little bit.
Right.
By learning from Ahsoka, but I don't know.
I think, by the way, I think the Force heal comes from Palpatine. Because do you remember way back when Anakin was so pissy because he wanted to learn how to stop people dying?
Yeah.
And he gets tempted by Palpatine with that power.
But Palpatine can't do that power because he's a Sith.
True.
So that's the... But I don't think there is a Sith healing.
It's got to be some sort of weird crossover with the power of a Sith. Like, just the raw power. Along with, like, the control and the usage of a Jedi, maybe. But then again, like I said, in The Mandalorian, the child can clearly do it.
Exactly, so this is why
tries to.
I think Rey needs to meet the Mandalorian with the child, but she also needs to meet Ahsoka. And it's called Dark Transfer. Transfer?
Oh, it's transfer your life energy into something.
But this is canon, so Cade Skywalker uses a unique form of Force healing. And then the Sith Lord Darth Kriyat also learned the ability and mastered it after combining knowledge from Karnus Mur and Darth Andedu. I like that, Andedu. And Cade Skywalker, and to the extent he was able to even heal himself from death. So I'm guessing that's what
Palpatine was
talking about with Anakin. So, but then that's not like in the story. Do you know what I mean? Like, because
she just does it.
Yeah, like, it's ridiculous. I want to know where she learned it, and I want to know why she's so fucking powerful. I mean, we kind of get it because she's
we know why she's so powerful. But I think that's why. That's how I would justify it if someone asked me. The reason she can just do it is because she's that powerful, but then she's been trained as a Jedi. Yeah. So it's like that raw power manifesting itself as something good.
Unlimited healing power.
Exactly, yeah.
Unlimited healing.
Exactly. Rather than shooting lightning out of herself, which she does do at the end, which actually kind of annoyed me.
I like that when she got angry.
You like it?
When she got angry and she's holding the ship and then she just strikes it and it's like, that's
Sith.
Yeah, but if you remember in the one where she goes to the island where Luke is and she goes into the hole and she's got a dark side about her because she's in the balance, and that's why she is a yellow lightsaber at the end, because she uses both sides of the Force. Same with Ahsoka when she leaves the Jedi Temple, which everybody knows it's not anything out of Clone Wars. It's everybody knows it. It's in every fucking Star Wars video. But yeah, she's the same sort of... I can't remember what the word is. Let me Google it real quick. but it is called. What kind of Jedi is Ahsoka? It's not telling me. But it's where they use both sides of the Force.
Right.
And I can't remember what it was called. No, not finding it. But that's why she has a yellow lightsaber.
I don't remember seeing a lightsaber in the film.
Yeah, right at the end when she places the lightsabers in the ground, which I did like actually. I really did like that. That was just a very good touch.
Luke and Leia's, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
Leia had her own apparently.
Yeah, that blew my mind. Why did we not see this? Why did we not see Leia training?
Six, 7 films go by. Oh, Leia trained to be a Jedi. Oh, okay.
It bugged me in the film when the spacecraft blows up and she's like that, and then she just flies back into the ship. That just grow up. I can't remember which Star Wars that is. I think it's not the last one, not the Rise of Skywalker.
What? So when she blows up.
So the ship blows up and she's dangling around in space, and she uses the Force to pull herself to the next ship to get in.
Oh yeah. Right. No, she goes. It's the last one. Yeah, it's she goes back into the one she just blew out of.
Yeah, like no, come on.
Although it would make sense because she's a Skywalker, isn't she, Leia? So she would technically have it in her.
Yeah. But do you know one thing that it really did pull me away? You know how Anakin was supposed to be the chosen one?
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be this all-powerful being. Palpatine's still stronger. And that's what I got from the ending of it.
Yes, he did something which I don't know. Maybe they try and pull it off like a technology thing. Like there's going to be some future film where someone's invented a technology that can boost your Force powers or something.
Oh mate, if that happens, I'm going to be fuming.
It's one of those things where it's a quick and dirty answer for a question.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking about the question first and then making the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably see that happening. It seems like a really rushed thing, but that would probably happen.
What do you think's going to happen now with the rest of the new saga? Do you think it's going to be Rey, or do you think that's it and then Nuke? Or do you just draw the line there and that's it?
They'll be the same as Luke, I reckon. So she'll disappear for a film, then she'll come back.
Someone else will need her help, and
someone else will need her help. Yeah. Like a leapfrogging thing.
That's kind of
just like all of the trilogy so far. Like in the first one, Anakin needed Qui-Gon's help and Obi-Wan's help, and then in the next series,
Obi-Wan's the man.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker needed someone else's help, and then in this one, Rey needed Luke's help, and then the next one.
Do you know what? I've never thought about that. I've never actually thought about that. In each Star Wars, so Anakin's a kid and needs the help of the Jedi. Number 2, Anakin needs help from Obi-Wan to
help in the wars and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, in the Force and get stronger in that. In number 3, he needs help from Palpatine. Then in number 4, Luke needs help learning to become a Jedi from Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And Yoda, of course.
Yeah, and then number 5, that's when he goes back to Yoda, in it as well, and does the whole train. So he needs help there. 5,
yeah.
Number 6, he needs help from. Oh, this one might.
Technically, you could say he gets help from everyone.
Darth Vader needs help from Luke to come back to the light side. Mate, I've just blown Star Wars up.
And then obviously the first trilogy, Rey needs help from. Well, technically she needs help from everyone, Finn and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But she's searching to get help from Luke.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then in the second one, she finds him.
And who needs help in that one?
Well, technically she's still getting help from Luke. She's getting trained, isn't she?
Yeah.
She only finds him at the end of the first one.
The Resistance needs help from Kylo Ren. That's what it could be. Because that's when Luke comes in, they do the fight, innit? You know, when they're trapped in the bunker and Rey goes around the other side and lifts the rocks up.
Yeah.
So that could be it. It's a helping story. Fucking hell. Blow my mind.
And then in the last one, it's all about Palpatine needing help from Well, he tries to get help from both of them, doesn't he?
Yeah, he tries to play it. Bless him.
Yeah.
You've got to put props to where props is.
Look,
Credit, not props. Fuck's sake.
Lord loves a trier.
Yeah, I think I did like the scene. I'm not gonna lie. You know when he's taking the powers from them and his eyes just start glowing, and that for me, that scene, I got goosebumps the first time watching it.
It was cool, but it like I say, the power leveling for me was all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Like he's this powerful. He's obviously loving life. He's having a great time of it.
Yep.
He's found or built loads of Star Destroyers somehow.
Yeah.
No questions on that. He just has them. Okay, fair enough.
And they're also on a secret planet that nobody's ever been to.
Secret planet no one's ever been to. He's all powerful, but yet he wants to die and be replaced. And then when she says no, he just goes, "Ah, well, fuck you, then I'll do it."
Yeah.
Pick one. Do you want to die and be replaced, or do you want to do it yourself?
I don't think he was getting replaced. I think his soul goes into her,
No.
so he takes her over.
Yeah, well, yeah, he wanted her to take on all of the Sith, including him. So he wouldn't be controlling her, but his legacy would be preserved through her being evil.
Yeah.
So technically, I guess it's not a death because
I'm not gonna lie though, badass Rey, like with the red lightsaber, you know, with the special one where it flicks up. That she looked cool.
Which one? What?
Where she's got the double-ended lightsaber and she flicks it up and catches it, and it's two lightsabers pointing up.
Oh yeah, evil Rey.
She looks so badass.
Yeah. Yeah, she looked well cool. I've had a weird idea. You know how in cartoons characters always get like the little devil and the little angel on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Like she would see evil Rey, and then she would turn around and see pure good Rey, but she wouldn't like either. Like she'd, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just be the balance.
Yeah, so like she would see a purely evil Rey and go, "Oh, you're a bit weird," and then see a purely good Rey and be like, "Oh, you're a bit weird as well."
Yeah. I kind of have an idea of where Star Wars is going to go next. I think during the last movie, Finn wanted to tell Rey something, and I think everybody kind of knows what it is.
Well, I guess let me do you. Yeah,
that as well. But that he's a Jedi. That he's got Force abilities.
I've heard this, but I don't. See, the thing that this whole trilogy is sort of exposed is that everyone is touched by the Force. Everyone can feel the Force if someone. Yeah, she's up there again.
Yeah, I know. And it takes something special to bring it out properly.
Yeah, everyone can feel the Force if they get forced to do it. So Luke, like when he was doing his old charade thing, I'm really here. No, I'm not. Fuck off. When he was doing that, he was making everyone else experience the Force because he was that powerful. Like this is what I've understand from the discussion that's going on is he wasn't transmitting his image to that location. He was using the Force
to make everybody see,
to permeate everyone's brain and make them. Yeah, that's what I mean. So like that's what I was saying. Like the Force, it moves through everyone, and it goes. It's like felt by everyone.
But so if that's the case, wait. If that's the case, then why didn't he just send young Luke? You know, with the green lightsaber.
True. Yeah, but then obviously no one would believe it was him because he wanted people to believe that he was really there, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
if buy time in that.
Exactly. Yeah. So if young Luke just showed up, you go, well, something's not weird. Something's not right here. To be honest, the giveaway that something wasn't right was when Ben blew him up with like loads
of the guns,
lasers. Yeah, and he just walks out of it. Like,
and the other thing that's definitely not believable, he's probably 70, 80 years old, and then he does that where he just lies back and dodges the lightsaber attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like this far off the ground.
You watch that happen and you go, hang on a sec, this isn't.
There's no special fucking. You're not Yoda, mate. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like if I drop a nuke on someone and they walk out of it, they don't have a body. Come on.
Yeah. No.
they're a vision. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I've read about. Is like he wasn't a hologram. He was an imagining, and he was just making everyone imagine the same thing.
I like that better than.
Yeah. That's what I've chosen to believe because it never actually explains it in the film. Anyway, so on to the Finn thing. I think that if you try and argue that he is a Jedi, it could just be symptoms of other people, be it like putting the Force on him. I mean, was there any bits in the film where he does Jedi shit?
Not that I can remember. No.
Yeah. Like why do people suddenly think he's going to tell Rey that he's a Jedi?
That's a fair point, but I don't know.
It'd be cool.
I
I'd
think
love it.
maybe they just want to go back to the male protagonist.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see what the point. But I'd love it. Finn as a Jedi would be super cool because it would open up this whole like the animated Clone Wars.
Yeah,
You could do one for Finn in the Clone Army.
that's true. Yeah.
Well, technically, they're not a Clone Army when he's in it. They're
Not anymore. No, they're
conscripts,
soldiers.
aren't they?
Yeah, they're soldiers.
Yeah. So, but it would open up a whole new series where you could just go through his life as part of a stormtrooper, and how he slowly loses faith in the thing that he's a part of, and all that kind of stuff. It would be cool. It would be cool. But
I just want Kenobi to hurry up now, please.
Is that the standalone?
Yeah. It's going to be a series apparently. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and Ewan McGregor's coming back to play Obi-Wan, and I can't wait.
Good.
Apparently, it's going to be from Revenge of the Sith drop-off point to where he fights Maul.
All right.
Because he kills Maul in the end. Finally gets retribution. It comes full circle for him. But you're also what I've seen on Reddit and what people have been putting together is that we're going to get flashbacks into the Clone Wars, and you're going to get Anakin, Hayden Christensen. Yes.
Cool. It's in his only meaningful role since Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get better than that.
True. Yeah. Once you've played the most powerful being in the universe, well, apparently not. Where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Apparently, he was being played just as much as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'd be interesting to see where they go with it. Obviously, it's Disney now, so they have unlimited resources. They can pretty much do whatever the fuck they want, and people will watch it.
Yeah.
They could turn Rey. Well, to be honest, I was gonna say something that would be like bad, and people wouldn't watch it, but I would totally watch Rey in like a lesbian relationship, raising like a young Jedi. I would well watch that. That'd be awesome.
It'd be very different. But I think that's what the last 3 Star Wars have been. There's not been like proper Star Wars for me. Like not George Lucas doing it himself. It's not been the same, but
I bet you Taika Waititi ends up doing one as well.
Who?
Oh, actually, I think he's already been confirmed to be doing a Star Wars film.
Who?
Taika Waititi.
Who's that?
He did Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
widely regarded as the funniest Marvel film.
I actually watched Thor Ragnarok the first time the other day.
Did you?
Yeah,
funny.
I've been going through Marvel, so I watched Endgame, then I watched the one before that,
Infinity War.
Yeah, I watched them backwards. I've already seen them, and
I've been doing it the right way. I've been doing them in chronological order.
No, I did it backwards, and I've just watched Thor Ragnarok. And to be fair, I liked it, but Thor's supposed to be this all-powerful being, and he just looks like a joke in half of the film.
True, but it is because he loses his hammer, which of course is the source of his power.
Supposedly,
until halfway through, he of course gets told, "No, it's not the source of your power, you idiot."
What happens with his hammer? It doesn't show it in the film, but then when it jumps to Avengers, he's got a hammer again.
He gets it back from Asgard. So he leaves it. He ends up leaving it in Asgard.
I thought it was in pieces at New Asgard. That's how it starts, when she grabs the hammer and she crushes it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Hela breaks it.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have it in Infinity War. I don't think he makes he makes one, doesn't he?
Yeah, he makes Stormbreaker, but then when they go to Asgard, he sees his mum. He gets it then.
Yeah, he gets it from the past.
Yeah, right.
Past mum. Yeah,
it's just as bad as Star Wars.
So then he brings past Mjolnir forward in time and gives it to Captain America.
Yeah, and then
he keeps Stormbreaker.
Yeah, you take the little one. I love that. Yeah. That part in the film is brilliant when he grabs the hammer and he goes, no, you switches it. Brilliant.
I don't get. See, I like it. I like the fact that Captain America can pick up the hammer because it hints at it in
when he's trying to pick it up and it moves a little bit.
Yeah, Age of Ultron, and you can see he's worried. But like, what's the difference? Why is Captain America suddenly worthy?
I think it's something to do with Bucky and the redemption because he let Bucky.
Oh yeah, the redemption arc because he fought for him and he refused to let his friend be.
Yeah, because in
Civil War.
the original one, well, the original part of it, he let Bucky get traumatized by all that shit, didn't he? And he didn't go and save him. But then the one thing that blows my mind completely, and I've seen a few videos about it, and nobody has put anything tangible in front of me that says yes, this is it. When Cap goes back to take all the stones back to the past, why does he not change the world? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's that I believe falls under standard time travel sort of laws. Like
see, that's what people have said, but then they've
Yeah.
already changed the past by going back in the past and taking like Thor did with the hammer and
True, but whenever you go back to the past, you try and change as little as possible. So he took his hammer, and that's it. It didn't change anything else. Like they go through lengths, don't they? To
technically it should change stuff though. Thinking about
Should. It
because
should.
if Thor goes back and get without his hammer, then Thor 1 doesn't happen, Thor 2 doesn't happen because he hasn't got his hammer. His hammer doesn't land on Earth. Thor never comes to Earth. Thor's never been to Earth.
True. When does it go back to? You know, when he goes back in time, does it go back before Thor 1?
Yeah, because he goes back to when Cap's first made. Because that's because Tony Stark's dad's got the thingy, Annie, one of the stones. I think it's the Tesseract he's got, and that's what they go back to the army base to get. And I think Thor comes to Earth after that.
I think he does. Yeah, because it's set in like 2002 or something.
Do you know what I mean? Like it all flips.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Time travel is weird.
Yeah, I'd do it though. But I'd now be the face of Google.
Would you?
Yeah.
I couldn't be asked with it, mate. Do you know what I would do? I would go back in time and I would just get, like in Back to the Future, get a record of all the sporting results ever.
Yeah, be the richest man alive.
Yeah, and just make my money that way. All legal.
I don't Google, Microsoft, Apple. I'd call it...
Too much responsibility.
Nah, because once I've built that first company up, I'd just invest into a small brand called Microsoft owned by Bill Gates. And
yeah, see, that's the problem though. You'd just be an investor, so you'd still have to go to share meetings and all that kind of stuff. No, I mean, I'm just going to gamble my way to £1 billion.
Like you just stop at $1 billion. I'd be.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos is coming up. Apparently, by 2026, Jeff Bezos should be a trillionaire.
Yeah, which is weird.
That is ridiculous. I didn't think there was that much money in the world.
There shouldn't be, really. I don't think there is. I don't think there physically is.
Not for one person.
Because it's not real money, is it? It's just credits.
Yeah. There should not be that much money for one person, though.
No, I don't think billionaires should exist. But as we said before, everyone's a politician.
Mm.
But like having a billion to spend is ridiculous.
What would you do if you were a billionaire?
If I was a billionaire, I would buy myself a couple of houses, buy a couple of cars, and then basically just what's it called? Philanthropist. I'd be a philanthropist. So I'd like set up non-profit organizations and maybe buy a football team or something.
Obviously going to buy Preston, aren't you?
Well, I don't think I'd buy Preston because it costs too much money. Because you have to continually put more money in, don't you?
Yeah, but you've got businesses. You could buy businesses that fund your ownership.
True. Yeah, I could get into real estate or something and make money that way. I don't know. Spend money to make money. But I eventually the goal is to just have enough money to not do anything.
Yeah.
And then
if you're a billionaire,
the
interest alone would be ridiculous.
And I'm a firm believer that people who have like lots of money need to do something good. Yeah. So yeah, once you have that kind of money, the pressure to go and do good things obviously gets a lot greater. So set up charities or something. I don't fucking know. That's what it would be.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
See a little feat.
I know. I've decided that I would become Iron Man.
Well, you try.
Yeah, 100%. Like I would 100% try and become Iron Man.
Remember, he is very clever. He's a clever chap.
That's what Google's for.
To start with.
That's what Google's for.
So you would employ a very smart person to help you.
So I'd be like Batman.
Yeah, Batman's a good one.
Batman, but Iron Man, because Iron Man's cool but I mean, Batman's cool. Let's be honest.
Batman's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be my lifestyle.
Yeah,
I think.
Batman, but without the not murdering people.
Yeah, I'd try and save the world.
Yeah.
And when Thanos comes to click, I'm gonna do the clicking for him. I've watched too many superhero movies in the last couple of days. Honestly,
You've binged them, haven't you?
I have. Yeah. What was the last film I watched? Capone. Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
That's pretty phenomenal. It's quite powerful because it's when Capone's got dementia and stuff like that, so it kind of hits me a little bit harder because obviously my dad and that.
Yeah.
And but it's very good. It's very good.
Yeah, it's an interesting part of that life to focus on, isn't it?
I didn't think Tom Hardy would be able to play it as well as he did as well, which is very surprising.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy with him.
Talented thespian Tom Hardy.
Yeah, and he's a cool guy as well. He's played some of the best roles, man, like Charles Bronson, Bane, Al Capone. He's played Thingy in Peaky Blinders. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. Some of the best fucking movies.
Yeah. Always wears a mask.
Yeah. I like Mad Max as well.
Yeah, Mad Max.
He wore a mask in that as well.
Yeah. Mad Max was cool. I preferred the video game, to be honest, than the film.
Yeah, I liked the video game. Yeah. I'd never finished it, though.
Yeah, I finished it and I was genuinely sad. I was like, oh, this is over now.
Yeah, I got bored halfway through. I was like, oh, I'll pick it up again.
So, no, you're better off just starting from fresh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take through.
Yeah. No, that's definitely something I could actually while we've got no games to play.
Yeah, play a bit of Mad Max.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
It's a fun game. It was just the right amount of dicking about in a car.
Yeah.
And like doing story stuff for me. Like, don't know how much you remember about it, but like you go to different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And you have to do like mini missions to unlock a big mission.
I didn't like the car parts. Like, yeah, it's a struggle to get the pieces and stuff like that. That's what kind of annoys me.
Yeah, but that's obviously put in there for progression wise, so you don't end up with literally the best car.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
That's what I like. I like not doing the side quest and just doing the main quest. Like yesterday, I finally finished Fallout for the first time.
Yeah.
Like did all the main questions. No, 76.
76. Okay.
Yeah, finished all the main quests that's currently available, and I think I've got like 4 or 5 side quests left. And it's like I said, because I was in a call with Chris and Tom, and it's like, I bet there's something there that I've missed. But for like the overseer missions, I've done it. So what do I do now? Now I'm just doing nothing.
You need to learn to love side quests. Yeah.
It takes so long.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? That's how you get your money's worth of games.
I suppose.
Like I'm playing Divinity Original Sin now with Chris, and there's like you have to escape from the prison that you're in the very first bit of the game, and there's about 4 or 5 different ways to escape. You don't have to do all of them. I'm just doing all of them
because you want to.
Yeah, to enhance the story. To
what's it called? Divinity Original Sin
2.
Yeah, I saw you playing it the other day. I was like, what's this?
Yeah, 15 quid.
That's not too bad.
For the amount, if you have a look, the amount of hours I've got in it already, and I bought it like 2 days ago. I've got 11 hours in it already, and I've owned it for 2 days. So nearly £1 an hour. That's pretty good. That's good value wise. And I'm not even off the first island. I haven't even escaped the first island yet.
That is crazy. See,
Go on.
Go on.
I was going to say it's one of these games where you can pick how you play. So with Chris, I'm like a tanky guy who just goes around hitting shit.
Yeah.
And then in my solo campaign, I've decided to be like a fanatical cleric dwarf that uses healing and necromancer abilities at the same time. It's like this walking paradox.
It kind of looks like WoW meets
Diablo.
Diablo.
Joe said it looked like Warcraft. Yeah. WoW meets Diablo, but it's very, very story driven rather than multiplayer.
Go do this mission, go back. Go do this mission, go back.
Yeah, absolutely.
That drives me mad.
Yeah, this is very open world and problem solving and all that kind of stuff. It's very cool.
I may have to look into it.
Yeah, give it a watch. It's very cool.
Yeah. No, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. But then again, nothing's taken over Fallout at the minute. It's double XP. So
True.
I'm
Yeah, double XP.
I'm so close to level 100, and
You need that triple figs.
that's it, mate. I swear, I've got the perfect build for what I want to do. I want to be like a solo commando sort of thing. So I've got the perfect build for that.
Run and gun.
Yeah, and then I've got the perfect weapon thanks to Chris. He luckily rolled it and I didn't, but he gave it me. I'm just struggling for ammo, but a couple of lads I've recently met from Preston, by the way. I did.
Yeah.
I don't know what. When I sent you the message, I don't know why I didn't put they're from Preston. I did ask them if they knew you, but they don't. I asked them if they knew you or Tom. I was like, I only know 2 people from Preston.
Only that's a lot from one place.
And yeah, they're gonna get me some ammo now because it is a grind to get the special bullets that I need. But
you have to make them, don't you, individually?
Yeah, but I'm on the ultrasight rounds now. So ultrasight is like the Scorch Beast stuff. And yeah, it's just expensive to get. You have to go and get like flowers that's mutated.
Flower picking.
Yeah,
love a bit of flower picking.
Body pieces and all sorts. It's mad as hell. But
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and in this as well, you can like pick like your race that you want to play. So you can play as a lizard person, or like an elf or a dwarf or a human.
That sounds like ESO.
Yeah. It's very cool. It's similar to like all of the MMOs like mixed together. So like Elder Scrolls and Diablo and Warcraft and Guild Wars, all that kind of stuff, all rolled together. It's really interesting. But it's visually, it's really good looking. It's nice.
Yeah,
nice place to spend your time.
I might have to make a purchase.
Give it a check out at least.
Yes, mate. Right, we've been recording for nearly 2 hours. Ridiculous.
Feels like nothing at all.
I know it's been like 10 minutes, but yeah, I've got 2 questions for you.
Hit me up.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
What do I want to be when I grow up? I want to be happy.
That's a very different thing. Chris said he wanted to be an assassin. You want to be happy.
Chris can go be an assassin. Ideally, if I was in fucking Dreamland, I would be on the road with the band. I'd be playing music every week. Absolute rock star, yeah. But in all seriousness, just getting by. Just enjoy life.
Just enjoy the moments.
Exactly, yeah. Just be content.
No, I like that. The other part to that question is, do you think it's a possibility? But obviously that is a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus Christ, that's brilliant. But
that'll do me. I don't want for much.
I don't know. I'd like to be Iron Man and have Jeff Bezos as a bank account, but we all can't get what we want. One day. But
my standards are significantly lower than yours, apparently.
Thank you so much for joining me, mate. I do appreciate it. And you will see him a lot more in the podcast to come. I do have a few lined up, so thank you so much. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, and Google, appreciate it. Could you leave us a review? Is a review in it?
And rates. You can rate as well.
Rate us, review us, and we'll see you next time.
All the good stuff. Cheers.